My screen says I'm live.
Live.
I don't feel live. I had a long weekend.
Lights. Camera. Action.
Lights, camera, libation. What's up, Tito?
What's going on?
Everybody say hi to my special friend, my special guest. He's not a special friend.
I'm a very special friend.
Oh my gosh, what a terrible introduction. Say hi.
I've had worse.
Amazing special guest, Tito Dirk from Libation Exploration.
Hey.
Hello.
My gosh, that was awesome. Say hi to my special friend, Tito.
That was amazing.
What a Freudian slip, right? I mean, geez, oh, Pete's. So how you been, brother? How was your weekend?
It was good. It's mellow. Right now, my son has to quarantine from school because he was in contact with someone. But we've already had COVID, so I tried to
quit kissing everyone at school.
Hey, he's in second grade. Hopefully, we're not quite there yet.
Well, that you know of.
That I know of. He keeps a lot from us, I think. So.
That's absolutely true. Boy, what do we got in the house tonight? We got to go back up and say, Roy R. does things. Let's start early. I'm down with starting early. Gary Franchi, Unipoke, Linux Cat.
Klein is smelly.
I am smelly. Hi, Brian Casey. Mike Franklin, Sugar Kitty, Jerry Black, Mark Bond, Dave Markowski, Common Sense, which we can all use a little more of. How you doing? Josh Randall, Ron Miles. I am stroking tonight. Ron Miles.
Stroking. Bourbon
Draft Champion. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I kind of drafted a killer team on Jason's stream. I mean, that was pretty killer team. Tito agrees. Tito's down.
I agree.
Who had I got here? Caitlin Brubaker, Cool Running, Jerry Black, Richie Z, Nick Foles, Borben, Jeffrey Rollins, Ryan Tarpey, Cameron Lochner.
Look at Sugar Kitty. Yep, second grader, the biggest kissers of them all.
Oh, they totally are. Jeffrey Wack, DC. Hello, all you sexy people. Thanks, everybody, for showing up tonight. DC dropping the links for Tito already.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Thanks, DC.
Yeah, you guys got to check out Tito's channel, man. He does cocktails, or he does a drink, 3 ways?
Do it 3 ways. Take a high-proof bourbon, proof it down, try it all different proofs, try it on the rocks, try it in a cocktail. I don't have the palate that like you have, so it's not like, I can pick all this stuff out, but it's more like if I sit with it long enough, I can get notes. But then it's like I can just get nerdy with it and try different things. Let people check it out.
Dude, that's fun too, man. That is a blast. Maureen's already ready for a cocktail, Kari.
Me too. I'm dry right now.
Kari was so excited for her cocktail. So tonight, what we are going to do is Tito sent me some craft. Actually, he sent me, I guess tumbling dice wouldn't really, I guess it'd be a craft cocktail or a craft whiskey. Ish. Yeah. But he sent me some Sonoma. So we were talking on a stream a while ago and talking about some Sonoma whiskey out in California. And I'm like, dude, I want to try that. Send me some. So he sent me some of that, and we're going to go through that tonight, which I'm super excited about. I always love tasting like craft whiskeys from a different spot. So we're going to do some tumbling dice. We have Sonoma Cherrywood smoked, 123 proof. We have Sonoma single barrel, 113.2 proof. And then just because Tito's the dude that he is, he sent me a Smoke Wagon 13-year private barrel, 120.9 proof.
Just for fun.
Look how clear that is. Or I mean, look at can you guys see that? How pretty? It's like a pretty caramel color.
That's a pretty caramel color.
You know, leather looks good in this color.
Your brother was in chat. He said, "Ayo."
Where?
Up above, right there.
Oh, ayo.
How's she going, eh?
Eh?
How's she going, eh? Alec Rubin. How you doing there, brother? Good to see you. So, Tito, you're drinking the same things along with me, only by the grace of God, right?
Definitely by the grace of God. Earlier today, when I was on the phone with you, knocked over a light, cleared all 4 bottles off the table, and I have cement floors here in the garage, and they all just started banging on the floors, and nothing broke somehow by the grace of God.
He's like, do you hear this? I'm like, yeah, what is going on, man? There's crashing and break. He's like, I just knocked all 4 bottles that we're drinking tonight on the floor. I'm like, oh no.
That smoke wagon would have made me cry.
Oh, Tito's already poured up. Man, look at this guy.
Why are you slacking?
Well, while I'm pouring, why don't you start telling people what you're going to make so you can have a drink? Kari's going to make 2 different ones tonight.
Well, no, not 2 different.
That's why the lid.
2 drinks, but 2 different versions. The original version, I almost said bourbon. The original bourbon version comes from the famous Milk and Honey cocktail bar in New York, which is now closed. But I'm making a fucking ray of sunshine because I just need to shine bright like a diamond a little bit more. So I'm going to drink it and exude it. So with that being said, we're going to have it made originally with scotch and then a rum. And I'm going to do plantation rum.
He's doing a plantation 20-year reserve rum.
And then earlier tonight,
20th anniversary.
I went and made some simple syrup. I did a ginger simple syrup, and it's right here. So, and then what I did with the rest of it is I put it in the freezer. So I'm going to start making all these different kinds, and then it's labeled, and I can pull out. And so the nice thing about simple syrup is it doesn't freeze, but it will be preserved. So you can just take out what you need, snap it back, throw it back.
So the key is to make simple syrup without marshmallows, apparently, because this actually looks like simple syrup and not Jell-O.
So I made simple. I'm the baklava queen too. So I used to make so much baklava that I would make simple syrup by the vats and then freeze the simple syrup. So that way, when I was making, I would just pull it out and save me so much time. Same with my nuts. I chopped them up and froze them.
What are you starting out with, Tito?
I had a little Wild Turkey 101, and I'm on to a Knob Creek pick.
I cracked open this the Bourbon Junkies golden ticket pick, the Nulu.
Oh, nice!
Holy smokes! This is a delicious sweet bomb on the nose.
That one's the second Nulu they did, right?
Second one, yep.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm super excited for this because the nose on this thing is dynamite.
So I took a little bit of my lemons that I had already squeezed for this drink, and then I took the rind and I put it at the bottom for garnishment. So, and then I'm going to take 1 ounce of my Glenfiddich. Put that one in.
She's getting all right at making cocktails.
I'm impressed.
Oh. It's only taken, a good 6 months, but she's getting there.
I'm taking my 1 ounce of rum. And it's a nice aged rum. I don't know. Michael pulled that off because I forgot it naturally. And so he had to go get it. And then we're going to do 1/2 ounce of ginger simple syrup. And so what you do is you take your fresh ginger, peel it, chop it, or put it in the processor, and then you boil it in your simple syrup mix or water sugar mix. So it says like 1/2 ounce, but you know how I like my shit sweet. So I'm going to add some more. You cap that for me, please.
Aren't you making 2 of these?
Well, I'm making 1 at a time.
Oh, yeah.
And then you take 1/2 ounce of fresh squeezed lemon juice. Oh, that was more than half.
That's a full ounce, yeah.
Pull that bitch back. Otherwise, that'd be a little tart.
Cheers, everybody. Did I see Glenfiddich 14 in the drink? You did, my friend.
We're not messing around here.
Look at that. Pour it.
I'm super interested to see how this one comes out.
So I should have used a smaller glass or just made more. But since I'm making 2, so you can have the first sip. And this one is
you made it. You make the first sip. I want to see your face.
I added this one, right?
Nope, you did the Glenfiddich 14.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's sweet. Tastes like lemon sugar water.
Oh, but it's good.
I don't know how there's rum and scotch in that because it tastes like lemon sugar water with a little bit of ginger.
That is really good.
Dangerous.
Oh yeah, that could get you messed up in a hurry.
The fact that I'm like, oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna
that's-
get fucked up in a real hot minute.
That is crazy. Patrick Fulmer, I just cracked a Knob Creek single rye or a Knob Creek rye single barrel store pick. Cheers to you, brother.
Oh, those are good.
You can't beat those.
Nah, those are good. 115 proof, delicious.
Oh, yeah, money. That's pretty good, Kara.
Yeah, I like that. I really like that a lot.
So for those of you that didn't catch exactly what she made, she's got lemon peel, 1 ounce of Glenfiddich 14, 1 ounce of Plantation 20-year anniversary rum,
Ginger,
half ounce or 1 ounce of ginger or half ounce.
I use a little bit more than half an ounce.
A little bit more than a half ounce of homemade ginger simple syrup, and then she has a half ounce of lemon juice. That's really it.
It's really good.
And it's fantastic. That is a sneaky, cheeky cocktail for sure. That if you made like a picture of those, good night.
Like
Everyone going to sleep.
this would be good. Like after you're done mowing the lawn or something, you just kick it back.
Yeah, it's very, very lemony, effervescent. I honestly, if
It's a
I wouldn't have seen her make it, I would have a hard time telling you what was in the drink by drinking it. It just tastes lemony and sugary. It's almost like a little bit of an alcohol lemonade.
So with that being said, though, definitely, don't do a puree, but put your ginger in a processor and get it kind of chunky. And then I didn't do the full boil of 1 hour. So I think if I would have done the full hour and done it in the little processor, that I would have got more ginger on it.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough ginger.
Still good.
It was
really
delicious.
Good. Alec Rubin would like to know if he could get one of these shirts. You can. You just have to go to abcigars.com/shop. You can find Alec Bradley gear like this shirt and this hat and some amazing things like this this burner. You can get yourself.
Those are sweet.
Alec Bradley burner.
I have the smaller one.
Badass.
It roasted nice toasty marshmallow too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll bet.
Be careful talking about gingers. Matt might be watching. That works for two Matts.
Yeah, my brother is a ginger. He literally, Matthew, when we were little, he had the Mad Max red hair naturally. Like, we're talking fire engine red, Ronald McDonald red.
You want to start with this tumbling dice?
Yeah. Let's move into that.
Dude, this that has all of the sweet cherry MGP goodness on the nose.
It's young, but it's tasty.
It has a great bit of that candy apple. Oh yeah.
Hey, Sugar Kitty, you better
a
start
little
buying
tater
your
sticker.
flavored cigars now. They're going to be taking them off the market here soon. That goes for any of you.
Yeah, there's a law out there that they're trying to pass to ban flavored cigarettes, like menthol cigarettes,
And flavored cigars.
Black and Milds, things like that, and then take all of the flavored cigars, like the Javas and the Tatianas and all those off the market.
My brother just had ginger power not to be fucked with.
That's true.
So, Matt, how is that ginger power coming back to you, chasing Delilah all over the place today? It all came back sevenfold.
Oh, Nikki Coons. Thank you, buddy. My boy Nick from San Antonio dropping me a $9.99 $10 super chat. Thanks, brother.
When are you going to come visit us, Nick?
Dude, this, you know what? The youthfulness on this doesn't grain out, if that makes sense.
Right. Now,
I don't get that super graininess. I mean, what is it? 5 years? Something like that?
it says that they're all 5 years on their site, but the little tater sticker says 4 years on it. So I'm wondering if this is just a hair under 5 or something.
It might be.
Look at Dave Markowski. So the flavored cigars are already banned in Massachusetts. What?
I don't doubt it. So like the acids are gone, all that stuff.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, that whole. I mean, I'd say the majority of what acid makes is flavored.
Oh, it's all flavored. That's
all their
flavored
shit's gonna be gone, like out of play. Which is, once that happens, only the criminals are gonna have them.
Yeah.
So my brother said kids are driving me to drink bourbon. He has 4. he did that by choice. He did that by choice. So
Nick Foles said he heard that passed. I heard it was up. I didn't hear it passed.
Uh-oh.
If that passed, I've really got to get Kari some Javas or she's going to lose her mind.
And then, yeah, I will. That and the grape ones.
The Tatianas, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Those are good. Did the Tatianas make another one?
Yeah, they make that vanilla cognac. That's the sticker?
Yeah, someone asked, or Chris asked to see the sticker again.
That's super cool. Oh.
Actually, I didn't even realize that these are all store picks from the same store.
So tell me what you know about Sonoma.
What do I know about Sonoma? It's a place in California. They do a lot of wines there.
It's a lot of wine. And isn't that near Silicon Valley?
No, I don't think it's that far north. It might be. I don't know.
No. Oh yeah, it's south.
I'm in Southern California, and I haven't ventured up there too much.
I've never been there.
I know that both of their things say straight bourbon, which would tell me at least 2 years, but there's no age statement, so they have to be at least 4 years if they don't put an age statement on it for a straight bourbon. So they're a 4-year distillate. I don't know if you want me to say anything note-wise. The first one, not the cherry wood, but the straight one, there's one thing about it that to me was very interesting. I like interesting over necessarily something that if you're like, I never look for a bourbon or a drink where there's nothing wrong with it, because I think you're going to end up with a lot of meh, liquor if you do that, because it's like there's nothing wrong, but there may not be anything right.
Exactly.
So I'd rather have something that, let's say it has like a great finish, but maybe the palate misses on a note or two, or there's something you may not like, but it goes away. I'd rather have that than something that nothing offends me, but nothing wows me. And so
I can tell you by the nose on this that I'm happy as shit that you didn't send it to me in a blind.
Are you on the Sonoma one?
I moved to the first Sonoma on the cherry wood.
Oh, you're on the cherry wood one. Okay.
Should I go to the other one first?
I thought we'd do the other one because it's more of a straightforward.
Okay, let's do that then.
But whatever you
I
like.
haven't drank any of them yet, so. Oh, that's so much better on the nose.
I think that's why. I wish Nate was here, Bubble Bath Bourbon, because the three of us were talking about it, and I cannot remember why we wanted to go with the Sonoma specifically. There was something specific about the conversation, and he asked, did you send the cherry wood? Because I have to see his reaction then.
Yes, and he did, and I can't wait to try it.
Hey, I need that.
Oh, you need the plantation? So Kari is now making the second version of her cocktail. This one with Smoke Wagon Uncut Unfiltered that you poured half of on the table.
I did not.
Instead of the scotch. So her original idea was that she was going to take the scotch out of the drink and make it with bourbon. And I said, well, why don't you make it both ways? See which, the way that they intended it and then the way that you think it might be a little better. And I'm glad she made it with the scotch because I thought that was delicious.
It was really good. And I didn't think I'd be much of a scotch drinker or like scotch.
Does this remind you of Texas at all?
The nose? The nose doesn't. The nose reminds me. Well, I guess knowing it's single barrel, I would say the nose reminds me of something finished.
Okay.
So it may be, yes, like a Texas whiskey. It has that funk or something different to it, like a double barreled or something.
Right.
Oh, look at that. How beautiful that simple syrup. Look at it. It's just so thick and delicious.
Yum.
Yeah, it's just a hint, like a perfect amount of ginger.
That is wild. So normally I can get proof right away. This has an oiliness to it that like hides the proof until it hits the back of your tongue.
This is the only bourbon I can think of off the top of my head that I get mint on at all. I get mint on some rye, but I've never gotten it on a bourbon. There might be some that have it. I can't remember any that I have, and there's no rye in the mash bill. It's a wheater.
It's I was definitely gonna say that. I'm like, it's got a wheat funk.
Okay.
So it's definitely got that. That the mint that I get is more of a sugary spearmint gum,
Right?
Like a double mint gum than actually the crushed mint.
Yes.
But oh man, that is wild.
And then try this.
So they finished this themselves, or they aged this themselves.
Yeah, and it's not double barreled as far as I know or anything. It's just at least a 4-year wheater.
Holy shit! Wow,
But with the heat of California.
that fucking cocktail! Wow,
Oh, I can imagine. So is the sweetness just amplified in that one?
it's like, oh my gosh.
I don't know. I like this one, but this one has a totally different.
Yeah, well, you don't have any of that little bit of the scotch factor in there. That's just the sweetness of MGP and the rum together.
But I think I like the Scotch one better.
Well,
Wow.
there you go.
Is that one too sweet for you, Kari?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can taste the bourbon.
Oh.
That's probably why I thought I liked that one.
The bourbon's just so pronounced in this one, where the Scotch was just a little more laid back.
Mm-hmm.
So you still get that burn, and you don't get the burn.
So
With the Scotch.
OG Brick put up there that all the Tatianas. So the Tatianas, you get vanilla, chocolate, rum, cinnamon, groovy blue, which you like, nightcap, sweet euphoria, fusion frenzy, waking dream, harvest moon. The one that she also has from Tatiana is the vanilla cognac. That one she likes a lot too.
I wonder what the chocolate would taste like. Actually, that one would be delicious.
So we're all over the board tonight. We got things going. We got cigarettes going. I don't know what the hell's going on over here. Tito's like, why am I here? What do you guys got going on?
Good times. That's all it is.
I
Good
got
times.
a little, it hit me in the back of the throat.
Your hair's a little all over.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, this it has that California that the heat. I actually really enjoy this. So generally, like when I get that funk from a Texas whiskey,
Mm-hmm.
it kind of overpowers what the flavor profile of the whiskey's supposed to be. I don't get that out of this. This gives me a combination of the wheat funk and the heat funk, wheat and heat funk.
Yeah.
Nick Cole says that Swisher Sweets makes a chocolate one,
Well, there you go.
right?
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get that either.
They're all going to be gone.
Yeah, the bricks in the house, things getting sideways.
What's this train wreck? Bassmole.
But
What's Bassmole mean?
the importance of finding a store that you like the picks from. Because like I said, I didn't even realize that these are all from the same store. It's a store that I buy their picks blindly. Every single one. And because I trust the guy's palate. Or it matches what I like. And then there's 2 other stores that do a lot of picks around me that I'm not saying they're bad picks. It's just I don't find them as enjoyable. My palate doesn't match them as well. They could be better picks, but
yeah, it's just not for you. Like
Right.
Daniel Kerber, he's got a store down by him, the Masanos, and it seems like every Masanos pick I've ever had, spot on, just
awesome.
fits me perfectly. So basically, every time something great from Masanos comes out, he's like, "You want?" I'm like, "Yep,
Yep.
yep, I'll take one. I'll take one."
Is Shayla in the house?
Yeah,
She was
here.
early. Yeah.
I wonder if she's still here because so far the Scotch wins. She
Oh.
likes the Scotch.
She likes the skeech. So Alex says that Swishers will never be gone, and they own acid. So I doubt either of them will be gone.
Huh.
Oh, I thought Drew
So,
Estate owned acid. I must be wrong. He would know.
Yeah.
Would they just be selling them on the DL?
Well, I don't know. That's a great question. I guess I didn't get into the letter of the law to find out exactly who can sell what and where, but
because I thought that they were just trying to do away with all menthol and all flavored cigars.
So the letter or the verbiage that I read was that children are drawn to flavored cigars and flavored cigarettes, and it's a detriment also to the
Black community,
the African American and Native American communities. So the two of them are also drawn. Those two communities are drawn towards the flavored as well, and so they're seeing a big increase in that. So they're trying to ban them. I'm okay.
Does that mean that pipe tobacco is probably right behind it then?
I did not see pipe tobacco, only cigarettes and cigars.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. But, so Tito, Alex said that Swisher bought Drew Estate.
Oh, okay. Then that makes sense.
Look at Alec and all of his wisdom. You smart, Alec.
He knows a little bit. He knows a little bit about tobacco.
You smart.
He's been around cigars for a minute or two.
That's right, he has.
Oh, Bill recognizing. Yes, this is a Superstition meadery shirt.
Nice. All right, so I moved on to the cherry oak, buddy.
The cherry wood.
I'm not entirely sure what I'm getting on the nose here.
My brother said kids ruin everything. Yes, they do. They ruin furniture. Yours jump on furniture like they're damn trampolines, Matthew.
Holy shit ball, smell that.
Oh my God. That smells delicious.
Smoked cherry wood.
I got chocolate caramel hit me smack in the face. Like,
so it's 13% cherry wood smoked malted barley in it. It's a regular rye bourbon, 20% rye.
So, yeah, I get cherry cordial. Totally. Like you're eating a cherry cordial and you know how it bursts in your mouth, and when you sniff it, it's bam right in your face.
I get what she's saying.
Quick, get your mind
I do.
You sicko.
I'm with you, Kari.
Bam, right in my face.
I didn't mean it like that, but seriously, if that describe it, it's like just like that.
I just like how Tito has a rabbit ear in the bag. I know he does. We were talking about that earlier. He smokes cigars out there. He's in his garage mahal. We're not graduated to the garage mahal yet.
Eventually.
That's because I didn't worry about fancy.
That's because what?
I didn't worry about fancy.
That's right. He's like, I'm just putting it up and going.
Throw a couch out there. Throw that up there. We're good.
Wheels are burst in your mouth. Yeah, it's like a starburst. It just bursts in your mouth. So, but we have a wedding to pay for. So, I don't know what's going to happen to the garage mahal. I say we just elope. And then you can have the garage of your dreams.
I need a minute.
Robin Leach. The garage of your dreams.
What the Sam hell did I just drink?
Look at the legs on it, though. Look at that.
Holy shit balls.
Is that good?
I don't know.
No. That was my reaction to it, too. It was interesting.
There is so much going on. You get smoke and fruit up front. And then, like, I know you guys have heard me say it a million times, when there's a rye and a bourbon, the sides of my tongue, like, ignite. I get that dancing shit on the sides of my tongue, and then I get the spice smoke finish. That's like 4 bourbons in one.
So
go ahead, Kari.
As soon as he sipped on it, and then I smelled it right afterwards, I was just hit in the face, bam, with smoke. That's all I could smell.
And I don't know if it's but sipping this while barbecuing, like smoking meats, I don't know if it's because you're smelling all the smoke that it cancels out some of the smoke in the bourbon. but I like it a lot more if I'm smoking something. Like this is what I'll go grab if I'm smoking something.
But when I just sniffed it, I got nothing sweet. It just was like smoke in my face.
I would bet, and you can tell me because you might have done this. I would bet this would be a really good medium to full-bodied cigar whiskey.
I don't think I've had a cigar with this yet.
I think if you took like a medium to a full-bodied, or even like just a decent Maduro wrap cigar, I bet that would be really good with this. And if we were in the Garage Mahal, I could try it, but I can't. So I might put a cap in that.
Univ Pope said to champagne wishes and caviar dreams. They got Raj Mahal.
Oh, the Garage Mahal is going to be epic.
Not if we have to pay for a wedding.
Kari, stop it. Oh, boy. Okay. See, now this is why I love you, Tito.
Are you on the next one?
I moved on to the smoke wagon. Oh boy.
Wow.
Just for fun.
That's a dream right there.
Yeah.
It's just a totally different.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that smells delightful. I don't want to taste it because I know I won't like it.
That's a 13-year private label.
Yeah. I can show that one, I guess.
So this is a store pick as well. 13-year private label. Oh, look at that.
Is that
That's fantastic. That's Tombstone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Johnny Ringo.
Johnny Ringo wasn't on there, but
He should have been.
he was a bad guy. That was the good guys
I
on
know,
there.
but Johnny Ringo.
You look like Johnny Ringo. You look like someone's dancing on your grave.
He took my picture one day and turned me into Johnny Ringo.
I did. It's great. I put the big mustache on her, made her Johnny Ringo.
Yep.
Oh my God, this nose is epic.
This is my favorite bottle. Period.
Holy cats! It's sweet. I mean, you get that little bit of vanilla, but it's like a candied sugar, like the outside of a candy apple.
I'm your huckleberry.
Oh my God!
But what did you say earlier, Jared Bear? You weren't
So
saying I'm your
strong.
huckleberry.
It's like sucking on rock candy.
Yeah, I mean it's so sugary and strong on the nose.
Oh my God, I'm so drunk right now. It just hit me. It hit me like a ton of bricks. It just
Oh shit!
Good times.
All that sugar transfers over to your palate. It's got it's drying, so it's probably 125 ish.
121, about 120.94. So you're right there.
Man, that is so good. Holy smokes. It's got it instantly sucks the moisture from the roof of your mouth, but then it makes you salivate. It's like the perfect comebacker.
Read what my cunt said. That's his name.
Yeah, I know that's his name. So far tonight's Kari's hair has been a mess. She's taken one to the back of the throat and another to the face. This is exactly the kind of stream that you expected it to be, Michael.
Just like Tito Diggler, right?
That's right.
Dirk. I'm sorry, I just ruined it for you.
All good.
I love that statement. This is my favorite bottle, period. I'm telling you what, if you guys own a bottle of this, so this has a really great. So when we talk about oaky, sometimes in bourbon, sometimes you get over oak, right? And you get into stuff that's just not really fun oak. This is the sweetest, best type of oak finish. Just absolutely phenomenal.
I'll be sad when this is gone, and I think it's almost gone. I think we're about halfway or a little less than halfway left, or a little more than halfway gone.
The story that we have, though, is that this is my second set of these samples because Tito sent me some.
Hey,
we don't know where they went.
They may eventually show up. I know you got the second set because the first set didn't have the tumbling dice in it.
Okay.
there might have been something else. I can't remember that far back. So they may eventually show up. Or
it's been what, probably 4 months, probably
at least
floating out there somewhere in mail land.
I just hope if someone confiscated it, whatever. I hope someone's enjoying it at least.
I hope
at the
they
very
can,
least,
right? Yeah, they're not pouring it out. DC always gets morning oak. I didn't say morning oak. I said sweet oak. Do you get sweetness off your morning oak, DC? Congrats, Kari and Maureen. Oh, celebrating 29th anniversary.
Well, happy.
Oh, hell yeah. Congrats.
Happy anniversary. Two of my absolute favorite people ever.
They're awesome, and that's awesome.
Have them over again.
I think Gary and Will are probably coming in the next couple of weeks. And I had to send Will my itinerary. It's like, what days do you have? I'm crashing your house again.
So we're thinking of, I'm thinking of turning our guest bedroom into a nice little suite and get all new furniture and everything for in there. So our guests feel extra, like make it a bougie boutique hotel.
I need a minute.
Oh my God. He has a happy mouth right now.
This okay. There's a few times that I've tasted. I'm not one to really overhype a bourbon, and there's been a few times that I've tasted. So the Mayor Pingree 13-year blue label, the first time I ever had it, I was like stopping my tracks. What the hell am I drinking? Same thing with the black label. The first time I had WLW, it's like life-changing experience. Like, whoa, what the hell is this right here? The first time I had Old Carter American whiskey. Whoa, what is this? What is this? This is one of those times, people.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Dude, this is everything right with whiskey. Everything.
Everything right in the world.
Just the right amount of oak, the right amount of sweetness. It's got the perfect transition. The drying that I experienced at the beginning is now completely gone. And it's just like my palate has adjusted to what it should be.
Alec has the same shelves as you, Tito.
Oh, nice. Home Depot wood and black piping, and I followed Scotch Test Dummies little protocol and adjusted it to what the shape of my garage was with the garage door where it goes. And
you had me at Home Depot wood and black pipe.
That is a beautiful statement.
What in God's name? Oh, you're the best. Will Zirk says, hide the samples. I'm on my way. Come on up, buddy. You know that. I think Will pretty much has the passcode. Like, so one of these days, I'm going to come home and Will's just going to be here. He's like, I moved in. See ya.
Cheers, ladies.
If I was closer, I'd move in.
That's sure. Dude, that would be awesome. That's it. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, we're open book, man. Come see us.
Jen, you just wish that you beat me to the punch and said it instead.
So Tito, tell me a little bit about your whiskey journey, man. Like, how did you get started?
How did I get started? All right. Young drinking, like 21, early 20s, was like cheap scotch, just for no reason. And then I would say around 2000, got heavily into like craft beer and that type of stuff. And then that's carried over for decades. That's still going. My wife's still really into like barrel-aged stouts and barley wines and a lot of like the higher proof beers. And then started getting into bourbon and American whiskey a few years ago. And then it just escalated when COVID started. And so there's that.
Did it escalate by online purchases, or did it escalate by like you going out and actually getting more stuff?
Going out and getting more stuff. Honestly, most of my stuff comes from 2 stores. I've built good relationships with 2 stores. There's one store that is basically family because that's the only place I bought beer from in the last probably like 6 years, 7 years, except for if it was straight from a brewery, because I had like memberships at different breweries. But other than that, it was only from there. And they're now getting into whiskey. And so I'm helping them out with all their store picks. And then already like any allocated stuff, they automatically set one bottle aside for me of everything, which is amazing. I don't ask them to do that, but they do it. The other store is the one where all these picks are from. And the owner is good friends with the owner of the store that I have the good relationship with. So I've started building like that good relationship about a year and a half ago. And so it's just between those two stores. They're just amazing people.
That's super cool. That's actually like the number one thing that I think anybody can do is create that relationship with store owners. I mean, we've talked about between us and the Bourbon Junkies, we've talked about Sean Opperman and Opperman's Cork and Ale so many times, but Sean is just an incredible guy, and his store is, we've got the relationship, and he has a great palate, and he's got a lot, not afraid to get different store picks and say, and that's a huge outlay for a store, right? To go out and do a barrel pick. They're buying the whole barrel. Spend a lot of money, and they gotta know that they're gonna turn it, and they're not afraid to do that. They'll pull the trigger on something that might be funky and weird just because somebody wants it. So it's a really, really cool way to get into bourbon, having that relationship and having a store that's willing to do those store picks.
This store that did the picks that I sent you, they do somewhere between probably like 60 and 70 picks a year, and they all sell out like right away. Like he has a Facebook group where people just bin it all. And then, so I suggested to him because they're about to start doing online sales. And I'm like, all right, I'm never getting their picks again. So we ended up setting up where there's a small group where you automatically are allocated one of every store pick he does, but you have to buy every store pick, but he gives you like 5 outs a year. So if you can pass on like 5 things if you want. But other than that, you're guaranteed one. And then the rest gets binned, and he holds a few pack to put on the shelves, but if he would let the binning take it all, it would all be gone before it even hit the shelves.
Wow. So every one of his Elijah Craig 94 proofs are going to opt out?
Oh, of course. His are awesome. The 2 I have from him, one was a 12-year and one was an 11-year.
Oh,
and they were both great. And then his Knob Creek, he actually on the last one, he passed on I think they sent him 5 samples. 2 of them were 15 years, and he passed on both of them because a 9-year stood out to him the most. And he took the 9-year over. I think there was 2 9s. I want to say a 12 and 2 15s. And I got to try them all, and the 9-year was the best of the bunch. Like the 15s, just because they're 15 doesn't mean they're great. And those 2 weren't.
Yeah, so, you're absolutely. That's a great point. A lot of times, hey Chris Sprague, how you doing, brother? A lot of times people think that age means good. Not necessarily, man.
Not necessarily.
It depends on the mash bill. It depends on where they were aged at. I agree with you completely. I don't think that all barrel proof whiskey is fantastic either. I love the option. I love being able to proof it down if I want to, and that's why I think
exactly.
That's why I think what's so brilliant about what you're doing on your channel is showing that. Well, here's where it is. Here's if I proof it down a little bit. This is if I put it in a cocktail. That's giving people the opportunity to drink their whiskey the way they want to and feel good about it.
I will say some of those Old Forester barrel proofs, you throw a little water into them and they open up and become awesome.
Yep. I would expound on that and say every single one of those Old Forester barrel picks, every one I've had has been so hot, and like not in a good way hot, that I need to add a little water. I mean, it's funny because I'll drink hazmat obtainium,
right,
75%, and it's sweet candy
because it drinks like it's 60 or 55
easily. Yeah, and then you drink that Old Forester and it drinks like it's Everclear. It's like, whoa,
I'm lucky. The one I have tastes like Bananas Foster. It's awesome.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And I'm not the hugest Old Forester fan, only because I love the nose and the finish of theirs, I love the nose and the palate of them, but the finish to me is off on a lot of the Old Forester stuff, but I still like them because, like I said, you don't need everything to be in the pack. But I've got no memory, so the finish is what I remember. So when I go to reach for stuff, I want something that has a good finish because that's all I remember usually from a whiskey.
I gotta admit I have zero memory. Like, and I can attest to that because him and I were talking earlier today. Like, when did we actually plan this and how did we do it? Neither one of us remembered.
Not at all. I just thought I was sending you stuff to drink. I didn't.
Right.
It wasn't even for any of this, but
well,
you were
now,
like,
now,
you have a channel, jump on. Let's
Yeah.
just do this.
Oh, you know what I forgot?
Alex says, I didn't think the Railbird or the one from my store were hot. They are hot. So those two, the one from your store that I have is probably the mildest of all of them, but it's still hotter than what I would want to have out of the Old Forester. And I think it just has, for me, it has something to do with that yeast strain, like that the flavor profile of the Old Forester when it's barrel proof, for some reason it just doesn't hit me the right way. But I proof it down a little bit. It's fantastic. And that's probably the only bourbon that I can tell you that I will do that with almost every time is that Blue Label Old Forester.
I agree. Most of the time I'm too lazy to reach for any water.
Which one are you going to make? You going to do the Scotch?
No, I think I'm going to do the bourbon.
Well, you said you liked the Scotch better.
I lied.
You lied.
Hey, Kari, why don't you try one with a half ounce of the Smoke Wagon and a half ounce of the Scotch?
Oh, you're cutting me back, are you?
No, he's saying blend the two.
No. Same amount of alcohol, just half of the Scotch, half of the bourbon.
Half the Scotch, half the bourbon.
And no rum?
No.
No, so and the rum, the normal rum.
You were normally going to put 1 ounce of this in or 1 ounce of that. Put a half of each.
Be good?
I don't know.
We don't know. We're not the cocktail people.
You should be the
Try it. Find out. You tell us if it's any good.
Do it. Doing it all night. Doing it.
All right, maybe you don't need.
Oh, I think everybody in chat wants to see where this goes.
I know, right?
Nick Providence says, "Good idea, Tito." Okay, here we go.
Half.
Yeah, we'll pour it in first.
No, I'm doing half.
No, you're gonna make a mess.
You're a mess.
Pour that in.
She wants to make sure she's getting only an ounce worth of whiskey.
I know, right?
I feel you.
Oh, wait! Don't use that one.
Get you drunk.
Don't use that one.
My truck. Why?
Because Alec wants you to use the Old Forester pick.
Oh. Oh, Gerber, you're too much. Well, I'm gonna pour in my juice. Oh my god, I'm so drunk right now. I'm like seeing double.
Uh-oh. It's all right. You'll go eat something after this.
That's the Old Forester 100 proof. That would have been perfect.
Uh-oh. I might have to go in the freezer and go pour out some more simple syrup.
The Old Forester 100 is one of my favorites.
Look at it. See my two
I love the nose and the palate on the Old Forester 100. The finish, all I get is acetone. All I get is like nail polish remover.
Really?
But so like I never think I want to go to it. And when I go to it, I pour it, I smell it, and I'm like, this is amazing. I taste it. I'm like, what the hell am I thinking? And then the finish hits, and I'm like, and that's all I remember.
Old Forester.
Because he likes it.
Wait, shit. See?
Well,
this is why I told you no.
You didn't have to pour it all in.
Well,
I could have drank a little.
You tell me not to waste.
I said I could have drank a little. Oh, Tito, welcome. Is it a little bit different, like being a part of the shit show versus just watching it?
It is quite a bit different. It's all right. I'm used to being on Livewire Whiskey. I mean,
that's true.
That is an amazing shit show. Everyone should be checking that out.
Oh my god, I'm so drunk.
That Old Forester single barrel 100 proof of yours is insane. It is insane. That is so good.
Wait a minute. It's like you had one that low, but then I was like, oh, okay. I figured out what he's talking about.
It smells a little funk, like dirty socks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sugar Kitty wants to fill her eyes with double vision.
I got double vision.
Who sings that?
I don't know. Oh, Eddie Money.
Nope.
No? Oh,
No. Foreigner.
Foreigner.
Let's keep it that way.
Well, I just thought because you like, so I just did a double lemon in mine to make it pretty. No, because you always like saying Eddie Money when like you like rubbing that in my face.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Mike Hunt's getting at. Poor Tito or poor Tito? Maybe I've had too much.
Me that she needed something stronger today. She's been married to Gary 29 years.
So, Maureen, seriously, do this. Go whip yourself up some ginger.
How is that?
Simple. Oh, it's good.
Okay.
Try it. No, don't sniff it.
It smells like feet. Smells like old sweat socks and something or other. Stop pinching me, woman. Double woman.
I am a double woman.
That's good.
It's good.
I'm telling you, they just taste like straight sugar lemon.
It is
a little bit of ginger.
Heaven in a plastic glass. Seriously, look at it's all faceted and like modern. It's so cool.
It sounds like awesome if you have like a sore throat or something.
Yeah. We've been on stream for 51 minutes and you're like completely wasted.
This is my third one. There was 2 shots in each glass.
I still don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. We need the machete.
You know what? We are going to deliver the machete like Gallagher style. Like this summer out in our backyard, I'm going to slay fruit. Yeah.
Nick.
None of that's true.
It's all true.
The smoke wagon that we're doing, that's my favorite bottle of all time. Which I just keep wanting to send it out because I want everyone else to experience that.
Brother, I owe you some really cool shit for sending me this.
You owe me nothing, Mike. You owe me nothing.
So damn good. So damn good.
This is so damn good.
What was that face you just made?
I just got like lemon pucker. Woohoo!
Oh, McFly, get off her ass. Listen, McFly.
He's always on my ass. You are.
In what way?
Do this. Do that, woman. Do it this way.
No, I'm not. Kari, you are so much of the boss.
I am.
I don't know why you even act like that's the truth.
Because I just gotta make it seem like I'm not such an asshole. Yes, I'm a cheap date, Maureen. Yes.
She's a cheap date. The problem is like you have to know when to tell her it's time to turn it off because otherwise she's miserable for a day.
And just think, I'm being tame right now. If the cameras weren't rolling, it'd be on like McFly.
So it sounds like Mike's gonna keep the stream going forever just to keep the cameras on.
That might be a good idea. Have Kari pass out Sammy style.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They took that off the air.
I know.
You can't find that anymore.
Tito, you're gonna be sad when that bottle's gone. I'm gonna be sad when this glass is gone.
I'll send you more if you want.
No, dude, I can't take more of that from you.
That's this one.
Okay. The way I look at it, and here's how I look at whiskey. I'm in Southern California, and like I've said a bunch of times, I'm one earthquake away from losing everything. So I don't believe in special occasion whiskeys at all.
You can't fall off the face of this earth. We'll miss you.
Well, maybe as long as I survive and my family survives, we're good. If the whiskey goes, you start rebuilding it. So there's 0 bottles I save for special occasions. When they're gone, it's almost like I get a little bit happy because that whole bottle got drank.
Right.
And I know none of that went to waste. Except for maybe the ounce that's somewhere lost in the system of hand delivery.
Yeah, there's one of these floating around somewhere out there that somebody can find.
Move to the left, to the left, to the right.
So when the bottle's gone, I'll make sure a half ounce goes into an infinity bottle. Not that I'll be able to taste it in the infinity bottle, but every time I sip it, I'll remember that bottle. And that's the way I look at the infinity bottle. I don't expect them to taste good. I would never offer them to a guest because they're not going to want, a hodgepodge. But at least then I can, when I'm drinking it, I can think back to the bottles I've had. And that's where they live on.
That's a great idea.
Thanks, Will.
This is what we should do. We should put out a Garage Mahal fundraiser stream and sell tickets to the opening night of the Garage Mahal.
We should.
Ooh.
That's a banging idea.
I would fly to Michigan for that. If I got the wife's approval, that'd be awesome.
The grand opening of the Garage Mahal.
I second that.
Just a huge whiskey tube party. Oh, that would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
She gone.
She gone.
She gone.
She'll be missed, but she'll be remembered.
She will definitely be remembered. And so the other cool thing about that is that I've realized that those smoke wagon picks, so like getting the uncut, unfiltered, I love the Desert Jewel was so good. The small batch is good, all this stuff. But I've seen those picks out there. I've never had one. I've never gotten a 13-year store pick.
I assumed you've had a bunch. And the store almost got 2 barrels of it. They almost got 2 barrels because there was 2 that he loved. And Aaron's like, hey, dude, there's not many of these to go around. You can't be greedy like that. And he's like, just give me the 2. And he was almost going to do it. He was set. I was there when Aaron was, because he was in the store and they were talking. And he's like, give me both barrels. Give me both barrels. And Aaron's like, I want to, but I can't do it. He's like, I love you, Jazz, but I can't do it.
That would have been so amazing. That would have just been, wow. There's a lot of people saying, sign me up. Sign me up. That sounds cool as fuck. I'd come to Michigan.
Hell yeah.
Brian Casey, you get to work the velvet rope, buddy. I mean, I built this Garage Mahal around you.
All the howler head.
All the howler head you can stomach with a free ticket.
Hey, I make good howler head cocktails. Oh my god, my eyes are slanted already.
Lord Shane Long, how are you, buddy?
Oh shit. Schlong's in the house.
Schlong is home.
Schlong dong wong.
Oh. And we're doing some I'm back on the Sonoma mash bill. Stanley Wagner was asking.
I'd probably bring whiskey.
I would love this might pan out to be one of the ultimate meetups. Everybody coming to the grand.
Are you kidding? That would be so epic.
Yearly thing. It would.
I'm thinking we might have to make this work.
I think we can.
Hey, you make it work, I'll bring whatever's left of this and we'll kill it.
We'll have it catered. We'll have some good food. We'll have some good smoked meat, some sides, some buns, and some good whiskey.
Oh, and then here comes Kerber. Here comes your Kerber. What do you say? You'd have $250 extra towards the Garage Mahal if Kari didn't buy that Blanton's in Atlanta.
That's an asshole statement right there. I'm just never going to live that fucker down, am I?
Just saying.
I'm going to have to pow you to the moon.
Lord Farquaad would leave the mountains of Colorado and come to the Garage Mahal.
Yes, I will have elephant ears for you, too. I'll have an elephant ear truck.
Oh, Nick Coons says plan it for summertime. I don't miss winters in Michigan. It would definitely be summertime.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm off during the summer.
Yeah, I couldn't ask anybody to come in the winter.
You're off during the summer?
Oh, yeah, I'm a teacher. We have
yeah, that's right.
So can you imagine what the secondary cost on those tickets would be?
That'd be something.
I think we can. Yeah.
I would have to ask for ID when people showed up. I need to make sure that you didn't flip your ticket.
Oh, they would be able to flip those for quite a bit.
I love you too, Kerber.
Yeah, that would be a freaking blast.
Nick Foles, I'm done listening to the fucking Atlanta Blanton story. Seriously. Oh, and you know what? Somebody took that receipt because it was on the counter or on the table and it was gone. I pulled it out.
What makes you think somebody snuck into our house and stole your receipt?
You did for bribery.
I did not take your receipt. I've not seen that receipt.
And to hold it over my head.
Was it at least a good bottle of Blanton's?
We don't know. We actually Brian Casey can tell us because that was the one we gave to him on the stream that we gave away one on a stream and he won it. So
nice.
The one that Brian now has in his house, he can tell us if it's a good bottle or not.
Right.
That was Kari's Atlanta bottle. We needed to get it out of the house. Don Holland says, Kari, 3 drinks is my limit, and I rarely have a third. 2 is my bedtime. Cheers.
Guess what? I grew up here. Look at this is my number 3.
So 3 is the limit. 4 is a good time.
No,
That's what I'm hearing.
3 is the absolute limit for Kari.
4 is like babysitting time.
3, depending on what the 3 is, this one may be a little bit farther down the way than I want her to be.
My wife goes and she's good. Tits down.
Yep.
There's no warning. Tits down. Like she's just face down somewhere.
Yep. That's Kari. She's whenever she starts going, then I know that she's like only a few steps away from being tits down somewhere.
We did a Bourbon County share where we did every bottle from 2005 through, at the time, I think it was 2018, with every variant, every Chicago only release, just everything they ever released with the Bourbon County thing. And my wife made it to, I want to say 2010. And all of a sudden we didn't know where she was.
Yeah.
We had no idea where she was.
Those get me. We've done that. We've done all the Bourbon Counties as well. And Jesus, by the end of that night, I'm like,
I don't do those.
I'm trying to look out of one eye. I'm like, I think I got this. I'm like, where am I?
And there was 4 of us.
Yeah. But I don't like beer.
It was rough.
Oh yeah, that's
when I learned the magic, and I mean the magic of Pedialyte. Because we did the Prime Now or the Prime Fresh or whatever they call it when the groceries in an hour. And we did just a bunch of bottles of Pedialyte, and we each just chugged one afterwards because we needed it.
See, for me, it's the Liquid IV.
That's what I switched to a few years ago when I started finding it at Costco. I got Liquid IV right here.
Yeah,
I haven't touched Pedialyte since. Liquid IV is amazing.
Liquid IV is a life changer.
So Will Zirk says, if I recall, you got a free bottle for that mishap. Correct the mundo. And then Nick Foles says,
that's what I just read.
I mean, really?
Yeah, they're missing their points.
Oh, if you had boobs, you'd be fondling yourself nonstop.
Kari Lynn, I love you.
She's not wrong.
She is not wrong.
Just like if I had a wiener, I'd be like peeing with it and writing my name everywhere with it. Seriously.
That is kind of one of the fun things that's like a rite of passage for males growing up, writing your name in the snow. And that's kind of something fun that I think every guy's done, right? Like pissed out their name in the snow. Well, except for if you're in Southern California, you don't have snow.
I've been to snow once in my life.
Hold on. What'd you say?
I've only touched snow once in my life.
Where was that? In your freezer when it frosted over?
No, like going up to the snow. I've only been there once when it was snowing.
What, in the Big Bear?
Yeah, it was Big Bear. And in my stupid brain, I understood that it was cold, but it didn't dawn on me that it was wet. So I just wore Chucks up there, thinking that would be okay. Quickly found out that was not okay.
Wait a minute. I just have to say this. Aren't you a scientist?
I'm an AP bio teacher. I'm also a moron, though, at the same time.
I didn't understand the chemical properties of water.
It was just stupidity. Like I said, that's the only time I've been in the snow that I can think of. Yeah, I think that's the only time I've touched snow.
That's fantastic. That's one thing you don't think about. Like people that are lifelong residents of Southern Florida, Southern California, they may have never actually seen snow personally, like made a snowman. My friend Nick that's on the stream here, he is from, I think he was born in Ohio, but he lived in Michigan for a long time, and now he lives in San Antonio. And San Antonio had that huge snowstorm. They were building snowmen and shit in their backyard. I bet that's the first time most of anybody outside of Nick down there has ever built a damn snowman in their backyard.
Yep.
I mean, every time I've been to San Antonio, they're like people think they're freezing to death if it's 65 degrees.
That's here in SoCal.
Yeah. Klein. Edward Fulmer. Wow, Edward. I do like tulips. I like your tulips.
Oh my god! I just got that.
So we were at having breakfast this morning, and how old's your dad?
70. Not yet. June 10th he'll be 70.
June 10th, so he's almost 70.
Wow.
So we've got Kari's stepmom's making pancakes that are like this big, right? You know, so she's giving all of us pancakes, and our 16-year-old has a pancake on his plate, and he's putting syrup on it. And Kari's dad says to him, he goes, Ben, you want some nuts to put on there? And he's like, what nuts? He goes, these nuts.
That's awesome.
I lost my shit at her 70-year-old dad saying the joke. And then when everybody sat down at the breakfast table, because Kari didn't hear it, it was just me and Ben and Henry. When Kari sat down at the table, I told the story again. Her dad nearly spit his food all over the table, laughing so hard that I told everybody the same joke again. It was awesome.
That's amazing.
Oh,
not what you expected.
No, because honestly, I was looking around too. I'm like, what do you got? Like walnuts, pecans? What are you going to put on there? He had me hook, line, and sinker. He goes, these nuts.
Oh my god, he almost choked on his pancake.
Oh, he was laughing so hard. It was awesome.
Tears were coming. Like he couldn't breathe. I thought he was going to choke. And he had tears coming out of his eye.
It was fantastic. And Ben's like, really, Grandpa? Really?
I mean, yeah, between they were sitting next to each other. They couldn't even look at each other because they were dying, each of them. Tears.
Oh, yeah, Gary, you and Will both know Henry. So think about that joke coming out of him. That's some funny shit. Oh my gosh, great stuff. So yeah, I mean, it's everybody that wants to come up and hang out at the Garage Mahal for the grand opening, we got to plan this. We got to make it happen. It's gonna be awesome. We can house as many people here as we can, and we can set up. We got a big backyard. We're going to set up a tent city in the backyard. People can have pop-up tents in the backyard, chill out. God, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
It would.
Just be partying all night long. You know how much whiskey we'd probably go through?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
It would be epic, though. It would be epic.
We could bill it like, what was the big concert? Lollapalooza.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we could call it Garage Mahalapalooza. Garage-a-palooza.
Garage-a-palooza.
Yeah. What do you think of Garage-a-palooza?
You're going to have to call the police department and start sending your bribes up.
I don't have to bribe people. I mean, I know.
We're going to have to
I'm in, Trev.
I have a feeling that literally our roads can be packed.
Hey, that worked for us in college, the bribeman thing. I worked at Starbucks. Every officer got a free drink, and no matter what party I was at, if the cops got called, I answered the door, no matter where it was. And it was, all right, just try and keep it down, and that was Irvine, California, where it's like super conservative. Everything gets shut down early.
Oh, my God. You don't even know the half of Midland, Michigan. We are the headquarters for Dow Chemical. This is the most conservative block on the planet. It's unbelievable. Like we have zero marijuana shops, even though it's legal.
Oh wow.
Our city is just like, nope, not happening.
Our county puts them all in one city. They allow it for one city in the county, and that's it. And they're just like, we're gonna keep it all there.
Yep. So we live Bay City is probably 15 to 20 miles away from us, and the tax revenue that they probably have for marijuana is off the charts because nobody, you can't have one. The city will not allow it, so they're all going over to Bay City, and there's a shit ton of them open up in Bay City. So you just got to drive 20 miles away, and in Michigan, 20 miles is actually 20 minutes. It's not like in California, 20 miles is a day,
3 hours. You're not lying.
Yep.
Traffic is rough here.
Destination Garage Mahal. I'm down with that, Jerry.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Dude, this is starting to sound like a pretty fun setup.
It does.
Wait a minute. Jerry's back. Either he moved his icon or his avatar over, or he's back on his old account because he was having a problem. He couldn't comment on Hot Buttery Rolls' streams.
Well, Hot Buttery Rolls probably banned him.
Makes sense.
You know what? And not nothing against Hot Buttery Rolls. I somehow, me or one of my mods banned Matt Porter. So Porter, I had to go into I had to find it in my settings and figure out why he couldn't. He could chat, but he couldn't super chat, and he had to be approved like all of his chats. It was weird, and it was never me, but somebody.
Did someone do it to be funny? Or
yeah, I don't know. So I'm like, I don't know. First of all, I don't know how he wasn't a mod or got unmodded.
Right.
And then how that happened to him. So like I had to go in and figure it out because he was like, I was getting comments from other people saying, Matt can't comment. Matt can't say anything. Matt, I'm like, what?
I remember that. I remember when that was going on.
Yeah. So maybe something happened. Yeah, if I had my money on somebody, it would have been Tommy, but he said it wasn't him. Oh, Tommy. Alex says he thinks he accidentally banned him. Matt and I already discussed. Now, see, that would be my second guess. So
sounds about right.
the two guys that I would say probably would be responsible were the first two people to say I didn't do it and I did do it.
Tommy was your first Patreon, right?
Tommy was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Tommy's a bad man.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Not only was Tommy my first Patreon, Tommy was one of the first people to actually up his Patreon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he sent me a message. He said, I've been fucking around for too long in these lower tiers. So it's a good man.
I'm a lowly teacher. I usually stay in those lower tiers.
Well, you know, it depends on how many you have, right? You know, how many you're a part of.
I try and spread it around, and so I have to stay in the lower tiers.
And I think it's you know what, Donnie? I think you were my first patron.
Oh,
yeah, Tommy was in there, but I think Donnie was actually my first.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that is true. Donnie was my first. My first. How could I ever forget my first?
Yes, Stanley.
So terrible. So, all right. Well, I think we gotta probably start wrapping things up. But Tito, man, I really appreciate more than you know.
Dude, thanks for having me on, man. You didn't have to do that.
Anytime, man. We love hanging out with you.
Here, it did smell the best right out of the gate.
Yeah, I capped the cherry wood, and I'm gonna have a cigar with that.
That's what I'm sipping right now. I'm gonna light something up to go with the rest of that.
I want to see how that pans out, but brother, and everybody that is not subscribed to Libation Exploration, make sure you go out there. We still got 81 people here. It would be nice to see another 50 subscribers on Tito's channel tonight. That would be fantastic.
Oh, that would be amazing. As is, the people that are there are amazing people. So
yeah, really, and I mean, obviously, you guys can see, amazing guy, great guy, really down to earth and cool person. And what he does, I think, is one of the coolest things. Because one of the things with all of the whiskey channels that we have out there is we have people that do reviews, right? We have people that do live streams. You name a bunch of the stuff. I've not seen another channel break it down the way he does and say, here's your whiskey 3 ways. And I love that because, again, it suits everybody to say, drink your whiskey the way you want to drink it. Exactly. And here's 3 different ways that you could try it and see what you think. Exactly.
Thanks, brother.
All right, everybody. Kari, you want to say goodnight to people?
Good night, everyone.
I think Kari's wasted.
I'm wasted. I'm wasted. So make sure you make this like fucking ray of sunshine because it really is amazing in a glass. So do it. Do it.
It's really amazing in a glass. Whatever you do, don't make that in your hand.
Doing it all
night. Just not as good if you're trying to drink it out of your hand. It's amazing.
It's missing something.
It's so good. So definitely do it. Make your ginger simple syrup.
That's the laugh.
There it is. There it is.
I called it early.
So make sure you pulverize that damn ginger. Boil it an hour in the simple syrup water thingamajigger. And yeah, it's heaven in a glass.
Oh, she's on that circular slide heading down.
Oh, yeah. Yep. She just dropped into the black hole. She's working her way around to the bottom.
Awesome.
It's so good. Michael will tune you guys all in tomorrow to the outcome. But I'll be fine tomorrow. I swear.
We love you guys all. Tito, thanks so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for these great bourbons, brother. I mean, amazing.
You bet, man.
You're the best.
I'm glad you enjoyed them. That's the whole point of bourbon, is to share it.
Absolutely. And honestly, people, I'm going to be so disappointed if I don't log in and at least see an additional 30 or 40 subscribers on Tito's channel tomorrow. Make sure you go over there, Libation Exploration, and hit subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and it helps him out a ton. So make sure that you do that.
It does.
All right. Peace, everybody. Love you guys.
Awesome.
Stay out of trouble.